A tired pizza delivery man at a late-night laundromat watches a tow truck clamp a caregiver's old car while her wash still spins. In a split-second choice, he empties his rent envelope to pay the on-site release, risking his housing and job. The act shifts the room's mood and inspires small changes that ripple beyond that rainy, fluorescent night. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And hey, where are you tuning in from? Leave your country in the comments. I love seeing how far these stories reach. At the 24-hour laundromat on Maple and 3rd, the lights hum like a headache. The floor tiles are checkered and chipped. It smells like soap and warm lint. The machines face the glass like silver mouths, a row of quiet, open O's. Outside, the street is wet from a lazy rain, the kind that can't decide if it's done. The woman with the grey hoodie and navy scrubs is a shadow at the far table. She folds careful stacks, t-shirts, towels, sheets the color of hospital halls. She has a mesh bag with a broken strap and a little travel bottle of detergent with the cap cracked, taped shut. Her hair is in a messy bun. Strands escape and catch in the static. People slide around her like she's a column, something in the room you don't name. I'm half asleep on a molded plastic chair with my red pizza bag under my feet. My black cap is tipped down over my eyes. Last delivery's done. The bag still smells like cheese and oregano. My phone shows 11:38. Rent is due in the morning. I can feel the thick paper envelope in my jacket pocket like a hot coal. Outside, a tow truck slides in like a shark, amber lights blinking off the glass. The truck idles low. The beeping when it shifts into reverse cuts through the dryer hum. Heads tilt. No one gets up. He backs up to a faded blue Civic with a handicap placard on the mirror. The back bumper is zip-tied, one corner scuffed white. A baby shoe charm hangs from the rear view. The sign in the window says, "Parking for customers. 1 hour max." It's been 2 hours. The washer in front of the Civic still spins, its swordfish of a sock slapping the glass. She drops a handful of quarters and runs outside in socks, one heel grey with lint. "Please," she says. Her voice is not loud. It has a rough edge, like a voice used for alarms in the dark. 5 minutes. Just 5. She points at the machine, then the car, then the world, as if language can do geometry. The driver keeps his eyes on a tablet, thumb-tapping forms, like he's playing a game. He's a big guy in a reflective vest and a navy beanie. His beard is the color of wet walnut. Contract, he says. Not unkind, not kind. After 10, it's all tow, no boot. Call the number on the sign for release. He doesn't look at her socks. He doesn't look at her eyes. My rent envelope burns a line in my pocket. I can hear my landlord's voice in my head. I can see the yellow notice he tapes if you're late, the one that brightens a door like sunshine but means the opposite. I could go home. I could look at my shoes. I could hope someone else will be the person. "Look, man," I say, my voice thinner than I want. "Can you not hook it?" I stand between the truck and the car, which is a dumb thing to do. My jacket looks too small when I try to stand big. She's inside. She's doing laundry. I'll cover it. My face goes hot saying it. On-site release, the term tastes like metal. Everyone learns it by osmosis in this city, like knowing which bodega cats let you pet them. He looks at the cash. He looks at me. He looks at the Civic. The amber lights paint everything honey orange. 215, he says, reading the tablet. After hours fee, 75. The numbers sit between us like a third person. I pull the envelope out and peel it open. Bill's fan in my hands, damp with my own sweat. Rent, sliced into 20s. "Please," the woman says. It is one word, but she stacks 4 nights inside it. Inside, the place feels different, like someone turned the volume knob from 10 to 4. The hum shifts softer, more like a blanket your aunt tucks around your legs. People don't pretend they're not looking now. The teen with the skateboard has paused mid-scroll, thumb hovering, screen lighting his face blue. A mom balances a baby on one hip and a basket on the other, and the baby's head is a heavy, sleepy melon on her shoulder. The owner, a man with grey hair and glasses smudged with fingerprints, sits up straighter behind plexiglass by the change machine. When she pops her trunk, I see the walker first, flat and silver like folded wings. There's a coil of clear tubing, a packet of adult diapers, a Sharpie-written card, 8 p.m., meds, 9 p.m., check 02, 12 a.m., turn left side, 2 a.m., turn right side, a little scrub brush with soap dried on the bristles, an ID badge with a photo of the woman, laminated and worn, clipped to the visor, home health aide. Her hands move in tight circles when she lifts a basket. The knuckles have tiny cuts, crescent-shaped, from opening something stubborn. She mutters, "Thank you." Like she's worried the words will break if she pushes too hard. People move again, but softer now. The tow guy hits some buttons and the straps slacken. The clank of chain is less cruel. He unhooks careful, so the bumper doesn't get scratched. He clears his throat, like a man about to say something personal and scared of his own voice. "I can drop the after hours," he says, not looking at me. 40 off. He takes my cash like it's hot. I'll write it up as something else. He hands me the receipt without the flourish some guys do when they're right. A kid with a chip skateboard empties lint traps into a trash can without being asked. He holds the glass door open with his hip and both elbows while the woman carries out her last basket. Coins and the kind of candy wrappers you only find near washers clatter into the bin. He nods at me in that way. Kids nod when they're not sure how to nod yet. "Yo," he says to no one, then shuts up and grins at the floor. The owner, who pretends he's just the guy fixing the change machine, scribbles a sign. He uses a Sharpie, tongue peeking out. His hands shake only a little. He tapes it under the old parking rule. 15-minute grace for laundry pickups. We're not robots. He clears his throat and says to the air, "Just for a while." The mom with the baby smiles with her eyes over her mask and slides 2 dryer sheets toward the woman without making it a thing. I sit back down and press my palms on my knees to stop the shake. The world inside me is loud. I can feel the hole where the envelope was, its ghost weight weirdly bigger than the real one. My phone buzzes with a text from my boss. "Any last runs?" I type, "Sorry, got stuck." "Will explain." I don't explain. The woman comes back in with a small white envelope from her car and tucks something into my palm. It's a pair of quarters taped to a note that says, in careful block letters, "For when machine eats." I want to say, "You don't owe me." I don't say it. I slide them into my pocket like a medal I didn't earn. Nights are full of small alarms no one hears. Someone's timer, someone's stomach, someone's kid, coughing across town. A light left on, a cat waiting angry in a window. We carry all this. We carry it until our hands forget they are full. And then, sometimes a thing tips and a hand reaches, and weight shifts from 1 person to 2, and no one says the word miracle because the dryer still steals a sock. When she pulls away, her tail lights smear red across a shallow puddle by the curb. The amber lights on the tow truck go dark. The driver circles his truck once before he gets in, like a pilot tapping the plane. He nods, almost nothing, at me. The kid with the skateboard shakes his shaggy bangs out of his eyes and goes back to his soda, but he tapes 2 quarters to the machine with a piece of peeling tape from his board. The new sign under the old sign flaps once in the draft and sticks itself flat. She turns out, then back in. She rolls her window down. "Hillcrest," she says, tapping her watch. Then home. He sleeps better when I sing the radio songs. She smiles like a person who knows how to make 3 a.m. feel less like an open mouth. She lifts her hand, open, thank you floating between us on the windshield glare. Her nails are short, square, clean of polish. The radio inside her car plays an old pop song, a kind that bounces even when you are too tired. I load my laundry like a person in a dream, lights bright, hands heavy. The dryer drum takes my damp hoodie and throws it back at me in slow spins. In the glass, my face looks younger and older at the same time. My phone buzzes again. A second text, this time from my landlady. "Rent boxes out front early." I think of the hole in my jacket pocket where money used to be. I think of the receipts I can eat for calories. Behind the plexiglass, the owner pushes the bathroom key across the counter to the teen without asking for a deposit. The boy blinks, then nods. A woman with chipped red polish on her thumbs offers me a bottle of water from her tote, cool and sweating. I take it. I don't say I'm fine. It hisses when I twist the cap. The hiss feels like the room exhaling with me. I fish the quarters from my pocket. The tape is warm from my hand. I set them on the ledge near the change machine, next to a neon green flyer for guitar lessons and a lost dog with 1 ear up, 1 ear down. I think of all the ways I have not helped in my life, the thousands of doors I have let close behind me, as if doors close themselves. I think of how easy it is to believe no moment is the moment until you are inside it and it is too late to be a different person. The tow truck groans its way out of the lot. The big guy drives slow, the kind of slow you do when you are thinking with your hands. He stops at the corner, blinker ticking like a clock in a quiet room. He turns left. In the glass, The amber light makes one last honey smear across the dryer doors, then it's gone. The hum goes back to normal. The rain quits the argument and rests. My phone buzzes a third time. This one is from my boss again. You good? Need a ride? I stare at the text. I thumb back. I'm good. Thanks. My hand hovers. Then I type, we were short. I helped someone. It cost me. He writes back a single word, respect, then another. Come in early tomorrow. I'll give you an extra run. A woman in the grey hoodie with the messy bun is already a street away. Radio low. In her trunk, the walker doesn't rattle because she knows where to wedge it so it won't. She will sing. She will count the turns left side, right side by the songs. The med card will get fresh check marks. The gloves will go in the trash. Then the trash will go out to the alley. Then she will sit on the step and look at a square of sky and maybe drink a glass of orange juice that is more water than juice. There's a knock on the plexiglass. The owner holds up his phone. He shows me a photo of the sign he just posted, proud, like a kid with a drawing. Just for pickups, he mouths, and I nod. He pretends to grimace like it will get him in trouble with someone, but we both know he is the someone. The teen comes out of the bathroom, wiping his hands on his jeans, then notices the quarters on the ledge. He doesn't take them. He adds one from his pocket, tapping it so the stack clicks like a tiny cymbal. The mom with the baby uses her elbow to hit the door button. The infant wakes, blinks, then drops back down heavy. The baby smell of milk and laundry soap and sleep moves through the room like a slow wave. On the TV mounted in the corner, the weather woman points at tomorrow. It will be clear and cold. The banner says, freeze warning. Someone shivers and pulls their hoodie tight. I pull mine out of the dryer warm and lift it to my face like a kid. It smells like clean, and like the last pizza of the night, and faintly like the hand that pushed a stranger's car out of a hook. I don't add up the money. I don't calculate the days I will eat rice. I look at the new sign, the taped quarters, the dark street, my red bag, the thin fog of steam at the window edges. All of it is ordinary as toast at noon. All of it, somehow, has more room. I carry my basket out to the sidewalk, and the wet smell of a city cooling down. The streetlight flickers and then holds. I set the basket on the curb to unlock my car. I almost step on a little thing, a pressed white flower, flat as a sticker, stuck to the concrete. I don't know how it got there. I leave it where it is, like a secret between the ground and the night. On the counter by the dryers, the tape over the quarters catches the light and shines.